So I just had to, for evidence and to just show, to screencast this a little bit, that we're using Gemini CLI. I've unlocked its lock with my system admin protocol plugin. I've told it to correct a file. Personally, it fixed my audio, which was broken on my computer, really. And so it changed my wire plumber. It had a look, a scan of my computer, had a look, found the misconfiguration files of pipe wire pretending to be pulse audio. And it fixed it. It fixed it using the shell command. There's a lot of things you can't see in there what it used. It's corrected the file and restarted my audio services for me without me doing it, without me interfering. So it's a real AI agent. Restarted the audio services, check the status one more time, so it checks the status again, user restart, check the status one more time, and as you see, it got the built-in audio, the Yeti stereo microphone, which I'm using right now, which I have also HDMI speakers on the TV as well, but I'm using the headphones plugged into the Mac Mini. So it did that. It found audio sync, ALSA output, HDMI stereo. It found that as an audio source. ALSA input, Blue microphone. And I've also got my headphones, which I'm listening through, actually through the headphones in the Mac Mini, which it doesn't know, but anyway, it thinks I'm going through the HDMI stereo. I could also put my headphones into that on the TV. So using a TV for the monitor. So, excellent. The output of WPCTL status now shows your built-in audio and Yeti stereo microphone correctly. This means the audio system is working properly. Tells me why. Asks me to test my sound. So I say yeah. And this is where I do interfere. Come in. I say yeah. It's fine. Now, please write your own understandable shorthand account for yourself to best understand what was initially performed in the session into a folder here. Not this folder. This is a different folder, but write it in the folder it's in. I know which folder. As Gemini soundfix.memory.txt. So to write an account of what had gone wrong and what it had fixed, just in case, so I need to remind it, I could say, can you read Gemini soundfix-memory.txt in a new session, and it will remember and say, oh, yeah, I remember, what's up? I'll say, well, it's still, my sound isn't working again, can you have a look? Anyway, it fixed it. So I told it to keep a summary and save it as Gemini soundfix.txt in this same directory. And it's in a directory called projects. And these files, what you see here, are in the projects folder in another subfolder called Teleprompter Plus, and then another folder called browser-teleprompter, which is here. So this is a browser teleprompter, yeah, which was basically an index HTML, a main.js. That's the original one. It renamed it and it wrote a new one that was better, looked better, which is basically this here, teleprompter. You paste your script here, yeah, lorem ipsum, and you would have a teleprompter going there, yeah. So you've got your prompter going, yeah. And you can mirror it. You can change the font size. Yeah, you can make it go slower, and so on. Change your font color and background color. So it wrote this for me actually as an index, a main.js, and a style.cas, I think. No, index, script.js, and index.html. And that's all I had. It's just written these now. These have all just been written because I said, have a look at Home Cicada Projects, Teleprompt Plus, Browser Teleprompter, Index.html. See me what could be refined. That was this here. This page, yeah. And it refined it into this nice blue with a black background and stuff because it looked pretty 1990s. So it reviewed that, it wrote it, it backed up the original, which is this one here, yeah. That's the original file, which wasn't very pretty. It was a lot less pretty than this, which could be prettier, and I'll make it prettier. So I told it to look, and it's done this. It's very basic. Give it a modern overhaul. So it did modernize the look and feel, it improved the layout and responsiveness, it enhanced the user experience. So I told it to back up the original, such as index.html.old, and here it is. Here it is. Yeah? There. Index.html.old. So we have a backup. Excellent idea. It remembers that as well. Later, it starts to do it automatically to back things up because I've told it. It's decided that's a good idea. So it uses that again without me having to tell it repeatedly. It remembers that that's a good idea and it suggests doing it every time. So renamed that, and then so there's a renaming, and then it backed it up and rewrote a new one here, and then opened it for me using this. Even opened it in the browser, didn't have to do anything. The scroll speed didn't work. This scroll speed wasn't working, so it fixed that and explained what was wrong, made a backup. The backup is complete. The script.js, which was this one, it's altered, which is this text here, and then it tells me to open the teleprompter test to fix. So open it, yeah, opens it for me. But I didn't actually, I opened it, but I could have said you open it for me, and it would. All it would do is use the shell to use this and open it for me. It really can. So fix that, but this is in a browser. This is in a browser, as you can see. Yeah, it's in a Brave browser. Yeah, it's in a Brave browser, so you can see. Yeah, and I then said, how can we turn it into a Linux app with clickable app icon? So, you know, like these, with these buttons, the close, maximize, minimize. Maybe later put these toolbars in there, but first of all just make an app window like this, so it's an app, not a browser app. Turn it into a proper desktop application. So it's going to use Electron project setup. It creates the package.json file, which is the package.json here. For the Electron framework, a main.js, which is here. Yeah, so it explains everything here, what it's doing. Yeah, and create the main script for the Electron application. Needs the main.js. Created the main.js. It's created all of these, the node modules here. Look at all those node modules. It's created all of these, yeah, or downloaded or created them. Yeah, so there's actually thousands of files in here, and now it's wanting to run the application for the first time. So should we let it run the application? Well, first of all, let's stop this and take this browser out of the way and say yes. Is it going to work? Because it might not work. Because I just told it to make me an app. I didn't do anything except press enter saying okay, and it made all of this itself. So we run into the error. The Chrome sandbox which Electron uses for security doesn't have the correct permissions to run. This request which I don't have. Well, you do, but it's found the workaround anyway. The no sandbox. Yep. Yes. No sandbox. So it's finding a workaround. It's hacking for me. I was going to do that. Just switch off the sandbox. Tell it to disable the sandbox. So shall we try again? Hopefully. Oh my god, it works. Oh my god. And so Gemini, it's taken about, I had the HTML browser one application already, but I didn't have this. Yeah, I didn't have this. And look at this. Oh my god, look at all of this, what it has downloaded for dependencies. Cacheable lookup, request, buffer, debug, decompress, response, defer to connect. Look at all of this. What is this, man? This must be to do with Electron. Not all, but look at this. It's just Sprint FJS. Yeah, contributors. My God. So, yeah, and it's in this. The browser teleprompter. This was bullshit. So it's made this, all of these files here, and it's made the teleprompter app. And it took from the original HTML browser version to tell it to turn it into an app. I would say it took about 10 minutes of me pressing yes, 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 yes after telling it to make one. And it's used 5% of my context of Gemini 2.5 Pro in doing so, yeah? And so we're testing the Electron app. There you go. It makes the app. It works here. You can do sudo and let's just do some more and some more. Okay, let's start it. Yes, it's working. No, it's not working. Or was it at the end? It was at the end. Yes, it's working. Yes, it's working. Yes, it's working. Okay. Well, there you go. John Spencer. Gemini CLI makes a teleprompter app in 15 minutes without me doing anything except tell it to do it. All of this, no copy and paste, nothing. Nothing. Just press enter to say, okay, permission done. So, John Spencer, signing off.